Welcome back to the O Gauge Evolution Podcast, episode 12. And I have a guy that some of you guys may have heard of. He has a pretty big train store in Indiana. Mr. Muffin, the king
You
of
bet.
the king of the custom run. How you doing, sir?
We're doing good. Thank you very much. I'm coming to you live from my home nerd center. I'm at the nerd center at the house.
All
You
right.
might have dogs barking here in a minute, but we decided to take the call here instead of at the layout. So I don't have all these trains behind me, but I got my desk, but that's about it. So
Nothing wrong with that. Well, first off, let
thank
me
you.
say thanks to taking time out of your day to come hang out with me and talk some trains. And it's always fun to talk trains, So
Always fun to talk trains.
it's
That's a
always
fact.
fun. Well, I know most people out there listening know who you are, but for the people that don't, can you give a brief history of your company and you and how you come up with the name Mr. Muffin Trains?
Okay. All right. Well, we can do it. So let's see. I've been a collector of trains for a long time. I worked in a toy and hobby shop when I was a kid, and they actually started paying me at some point. But I used to spend my Saturdays there, and then eventually went to work for them when I was in high school. I couldn't afford trains, but I had a lot of fun. I have a great love for the hobby, and been around hobbies in general all my life. I was IT executive professionally, and I got to
Oh, wow.
travel around the country, visit a lot of. I've probably been in every hobby shop, every train store in the country, I bet. And I was a big. Finally got into trains in 1988. I started collecting HO trains,
Okay.
and then I went to build a layout and was having all kinds of problems getting the track to operate consistently. It was just a mess. So finally in 2000, I sold all my HO stuff, and it was a lot. And I sold it all online and mostly on eBay. And my middle son, said, "You can't use your real name on eBay, Dad. You got to make up a name." And when the kids were little, I used to tell them jokes about Mr. and Mrs. Muffin. They were a couple of farmers from Pennsylvania, not that far from York. And my son decided to name my eBay store Mr. Muffin's Trains
All
because
right.
he thought that'd be a great joke after all that. So that's how it came about. Um, and then I switched. I sold everything I had. I switched into O gauge in 2000, which is a lot better for my eyesight. Um, and started collecting O gauge trains in 2000, and then I had a layout at home, and I had trains everywhere, and we had people come to our house to see them. They're down the basement. It's crowded. And my wife, who's a lot smarter than me, said, I could get you a commercial building and you could do your trains there. And so we rented an 1,800 square foot building in Carmel, Indiana, and built our first public layout. And that was probably 12 years ago.
Okay.
What's that? 2012, the boss says. It was 2012. And it was super popular. All the TV stations came, the newspaper came, and we ran trains every Saturday. We served muffins. People used to say, "God, these muffins are so good, I'd name the place after them too." So, so that's how we got going. And then we moved to a bigger building. We went from 1,800 square feet to about 4,000 square feet. The LCCA had their national convention in Indianapolis, and they featured our layout
Oh, nice.
in this building we had. And we negotiated escalating rent every year. The rent got more expensive, and the rent for the building for the trains was more than my house payment. It was getting to be a big deal.
Right.
And so I started calling around saying, "Hey, anybody, can you guys support me financially?" And Andy Edelman, who was at MTH at the time, said, "Well, hell, just become a dealer. You friggin' know everybody. I mean, you've been in the hobby a long time. Why don't you start selling trains?" "Oh, that's a really bad idea, Andy. I don't want to do that." And I called Heidenreich, who owns Atlas, and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's right. You ought to be a dealer. You ought to be a dealer." And a couple of weeks went by, and Mike Reagan called me at Lionel at the time, and he said, "You're going to be a Lionel dealer too, aren't you?" And so, in about a weekend, I became a dealer. They all started shipping trains to me without a credit check. I don't know. That probably wasn't the smartest thing. And I was very savvy about it because I was teaching full time. I'd retired and was on the faculty of Butler and Butler University, and I was teaching full time. And I managed to never be there when there was a train delivery. So my wife and her business partner were always stuck unloading the trucks, and they just couldn't believe how good I was at never being there. But we outgrew that building, and the city of Carmel wanted to buy it and to buy the building, and so we decided to build a building, and so we started looking for farmland, and we came up in northern Hamilton County. Hamilton County is the wealthiest county in the state of Indiana, at the very north end of Hamilton County. It's very agriculture up here, and we started looking. We found 7 acres up here with a farmhouse, so we decided we'd buy that and build a building. And about the time we started to build the building, my wife said, "There's a little town over here called Atlanta. It's only 2 blocks long, and there's nothing there. The entire town is for sale. You know, there's every building's for sale." Um, and so we went in there and started buying buildings. "Oh, I'll take one of those. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Take the one with the green door," you know. And so we started buying buildings, and we could buy buildings and own them cheaper than we could rent a building in Carmel up here
Wow.
in northern Hamilton County. People said, "Well, hell, you'll never get internet." Well, amazingly, all the buildings had fiber run to them. There's a
Oh, nice.
local carrier, and we had fiber. I had better internet up here than I had in Carmel, you
Right.
know. So we went from about 4,000 square feet in Carmel to what do we got now? 30,000 square feet. Yeah. So across 4 buildings and up in Atlanta, Indiana. And so that's what, so we came up here, moved up here. And as you know, a bunch of my family came with us, my son and daughter in law. And I've got another son here, and we've got a bunch of people we've adopted. And they basically kind of run our little business here.
Oh.
So we've been up here selling and shipping trains for 10 years, 11 years, something like that.
Oh, wow.
And we got pretty good at it. So,
I would say. I would say so.
yeah, so we're up here doing that and just having a good time, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all about, it's all about supporting the hobby. I mean, everything we do, trying to help the hobby grow, help people with the hobby, that's what it's all about. And I mean, obviously, I'm in the hobby first. I mean, I've got a lot of trains of my own. And it's not an addiction because I don't lie about it. I mean, we had a school group in there today, and this eighth grader's asking me, what is wrong with you? With all these trains everywhere. But I mean, I love the hobby,
Yeah.
and we've built a business around it to support all these people, which is good
That is
because I
really
don't
cool.
do any work, so this is really good. So
It's good for you. Good to be
it's
the
good.
king.
Yeah, good for me. We do. Uh, Most people don't know, but we serve lunch basically every day for all of our employees. We sit down together every day and eat lunch. And I used to do that professionally. In some of the businesses I ran, we ate lunch together. So, but it gives us a chance to talk about things and, check in on everybody's life and so forth. And we have a commercial kitchen in one of the buildings. We had a restaurant there for a while. So we just have outstanding food,
Nice.
and so every day we get to have a nice lunch together and talk about the business. And we occasionally have customers that come in. They happen to be there at lunchtime, and they just come in and pull up a chair, and I'll have my burger medium, you know.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it's really fun to do. And my wife and a lot of the folks cook. My son is amazing. So but, I I always get him to we had the smoker going the other day, so, it's pretty fun.
Are you guys
So,
hiring? I'll come work in this environment. This sounds
there you
like a
go.
great
It's
time.
pretty good. Yeah, yeah, we don't pay much, but you get free food.
That's it. That's it, man. That's awesome. That's really cool that you do
Yeah,
that
it's
and,
really
you
fun to do.
supply
It's
food.
fun to do. It's sit down with everybody. I
Yeah.
don't make every lunch. Sometimes I get tied up, but I try to.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome though, man. That's really
yeah,
cool.
that's fun.
And 30,000 square feet, That is not what I did not expect you to say that. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
a
much
big number. Well, we have, we own Cobra Models, of course,
okay,
and that's in the space. And then we just recently brought in a product line from Canada, and all those molds and stuff are here. We're learning how to do that. We do all of the kit construction and back end processing for O Gauge Railroading Magazine. If
okay,
you call O Gauge Railroading's phone number, we answer on their behalf, and we build all their kits. So that's in our space. And we've also got a large Lionel Racing business. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Warhammer
yep,
Games Workshop,
yep,
but we're also a Games Workshop uh, entity,
okay,
basically. And we send out a lot of Games Workshop product out of our buildings too. So, it's a lot of space.
yeah.
But that's good. I'm still constrained. They've got me the layout's locked into one floor, one building, and they won't let me have any more room. So I'm kinda mad about that, but
Yeah,
I've
I
got
hear
an
your layouts,
empty space behind me. Yeah, we could knock the back wall of my building down and build more, but I'm told no. We have other
no.
uses for that money. Not making a bigger layout's not on the budget.
What is the size of your layout?
The main layout is 60 foot by 40 foot, has 13 loops of track, independent loops of track, 4 different levels. And then across from it, on the east side, is a second layout that's 100 feet long and at the widest is about 20 feet wide.
Okay,
And it's right now got 2 loops of track. I'm planning 2 more over there. And then in the very front, we've got kind of a Halloween layout, seasonal layout with a carnival, and it's about 16 by 16 at the very front of the building. So if you total all it up, there's 16 loops of track. The big layout is all in Atlas track,
yeah,
and then the east layout is all Ross and Gargraves. I wanted to get some experience using those products, and Bernison's a friend of mine, owns Ross, and the Gargraves guys are great.
yeah,
So the east layout is all Gargraves and Ross, and
alright.
just really nice. They're really good to me.
Yeah, I'm a, Ross and, Gargraves kinda guy myself.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
either
messed with
one or
that.
the other, really.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of fast track out there. I know several guys that have really large fast track layouts, and they wish they didn't. They wish they were on something else
yeah,
because it could be noisy. But for a reasonable size layout, there's nothing wrong with that. So
no,
we probably sell more fast track than anything.
yeah, it works
But
well.
the serious hobbyists are about 50-50,
Yeah,
Gargraves or Atlas. Either way. And of course, once you get it down and ballasted and stuff, everything works fine.
yeah,
So, I mean, I've
absolutely.
got track that I've been running on for 20 years. So,
Yeah, it doesn't just break, overnight or anything.
no, it didn't break. No,
No.
it's pretty sturdy stuff.
It is sturdy. So everybody knows you as the king of the custom runs. You have a pile of them every catalog release or whatever we're doing. Lionel, MTH, whoever we're doing. Um, how did you get started doing such a large selection of custom runs?
Well, it comes back. It all started um, with, I guess, the very first thing we did when we became an MTH dealer. Um, I always wanted to do the Monon passenger train. That ran in Indiana. It was in this gray paint scheme. I'd seen it, and I'd always wanted to do that, to have that made, and there really wasn't one, and it's a small enough market. I mean, none of the manufacturers are going to do it. And so MTH stepped up and said, hey, we'll make that for you if you really want it. And so we did, I think it was a 7-car Premier passenger train with an AA diesel set. The
Okay.
Monon didn't run B units for passenger service, and we sold 110 sets
Oh
of
wow.
those cars. And New Jersey High Railers, Ben, they had a set they were running. We sold 2 sets to Dave Letterman.
Oh wow.
Um,
That's cool.
yeah, so a lot of interesting people bought the Monon sets from us, and we've made them a couple times since, which is good. And that's kind of how we got going. And then when Mike Reagan was at Lionel, he called about, "Hey, we'd love to do something for you, can we do something for you?" And I said, "Hey, you ought to do these custom runs. There's some Monon." They were getting ready to make some diesels that the Monon had in H1544s.
Yeah.
And I said, "Can you guys make these in Monon for me, just for me, custom run for me?" And the initial reaction from Lionel was, "No, this is not a good idea." And I was like, "Well, why not? I mean, you ship them all at once and you get paid at once.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. There's no inventory, no holding kind of thing."
Yep.
And so Lionel said, "Yeah, okay." So the first thing Lionel made for me were the H1544s. Now they'd made, Sears set, a John Deere set, that kind of thing before. But to actually make a specific product for a dealer, they'd never done that before.
Right.
And of course, as soon as we got going, then everybody else, a lot of the other hobby shops came forward and said, "Hey, what about me? Can I do custom runs too?" And of course, we continued to do projects with MTH and continued to do projects with Atlas. We got Atlas interested in doing custom runs.
Yep.
Um, and so it's really a lot of fun. The Not all of them are a home run, that's for sure. I make
Right.
mistakes on some of them. But it's really fun to work on. The hobby's gotten a little more complicated in that MTH doesn't produce a catalog anymore. So
Right.
they basically do a product announcement almost every week. And that requires an enormous amount more work because every week used to be when you had two catalogs a year, you sit down twice a year and figure out what you were going to make. But now
Yep.
that they're putting it out like every week, you're constantly looking at, what else could we do with this model? Is
Yeah.
there anything we could do? And I have a lot of great conversations with them about that. Now Lionel's still, they've kind of gotten away from two catalogs a year, I think, to three or four last year. I think more frequent stuff is better for the hobby personally. And then of course Atlas is trying to do one a quarter.
Yeah.
So you have to spend a lot of time, looking at what's being produced and what you could do with it.
Yeah.
And I've been blessed that, a lot, like we talked about the B&O earlier. I mean, a lot of the custom run stuff we did are not ideas we had, that
Yeah.
somebody else got a hold of us. I mean, I'm going to get the Canadian national auto carriers probably in the next 2 weeks that we're going to convert into Homer Simpson.
All right.
And we're going to do 150 of those. And nobody wanted to make them because they didn't want to get sued by Disney. And I don't know, Disney probably can't find Atlanta, Indiana. I'm probably safe up here. Um, so we're gonna, we got decals made, and we're gonna do 150 Homer Simpsons.
Yeah.
So, but my point is that Homer Simpson idea wasn't my idea.
Right.
That was a modeler out there said, "Hey, you ought to look and see if you could make something like this."
Yeah.
And which was actually kind of funny because I think MTH said yes to it while Mike Wolf was on vacation. And, and Mike Wolf got back and saw this Homer Simpson thing on the schedule and said, uh-uh, like, I don't want to spend that much time in court.
Yeah.
We're not making this. Call Muffin back and tell him no.
Yeah. Because
But
I
they were
remember
willing. They
they
were willing to
announced
make
it.
the car with the right road number, just no Homer Simpson decal. So okay. All right, and we
Well,
found a decal guy that could make the decals, so
okay.
we're gonna do Homer Simpson. But anyway, it's really fun, and a lot not a lot of things that get suggested we just can't do.
Yeah.
We'll never get enough quantity to sell them, but it's always fun to look at. So I really appreciate people that email us and say, "Hey, what about this or what about that?" But I would say the majority of the custom runs we've done were not my idea;
Yeah.
they came from somebody else, which is great.
So a quick question about your custom runs. I know you're doing the Chessie T1 with Lionel. Is there any chance that maybe in the future you can get him to do passenger cars to go with that?
Well, I would love to. The the problem is that Lionel, the minimum order quantity for the passenger car factory to get them interested is 100 sets.
Oh, wow.
And
That's a
and
lot.
100 sets of passenger cars is a tough order. I
Yeah.
mean, I as I mentioned, I sold 110 sets or 20 sets, whatever it was, of the Monon. Um, I don't think that's a common occurrence. I mean, I think the interest in the market on customer and passenger car sets is more like 40.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 28 and 40 sets would make sense. And the good news is, Atlas and MTH are willing to do passenger car sets at a lower quantity than 100.
Oh, okay.
Um, so the question is, can we get the right car? Is the right car available? Um, I mean, Atlas has that tooling now,
Yep.
and there have been some borrowing back and forth between MTH and Atlas to try to get like the 611s we just got with the passenger cars. Those
Yep.
passenger cars were offered by MTH, but they used Atlas's tool.
Okay.
That Atlas let them, they did a horse trade basically. That there was something Atlas wanted to make, MTH had, and so they traded, which is
Okay.
great.
That,
So
that that's cool that they do that. Yeah.
yeah, they talk to each other and figure this stuff out. So so it's possible that we could do a matching passenger set um, in that scheme, with Atlas, and
Yeah.
maybe we'd only have to buy 50 sets,
Yeah. Because
48 sets, something like that.
I have the
I mean,
T1 from Lionel from several years back when they did it, the Chessie, and somebody told me that you were going to do the Chessie T1, and I'm like, oh, perfect. Maybe Muffin will do the cars to go with, and then I saw
oh,
that
it'd be
you
great.
announced them. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I just
damn it,
can't do
man.
100 sets.
Yeah,
I
that makes
never.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, if my kind of rule of thumb is, which I've been really bad about sticking to, but if we announce a custom run and we get half of the run in pre-orders, I'm
Yeah.
pretty comfortable going ahead with it.
Right. Yeah.
If I only get 6 or 7 orders, then to make 40 of them doesn't make any sense. I'll have them a long time,
Is that kind of
and
what
they're really
happened with
hard to
the?
fillet. You can't eat them.
Yeah.
You can't fillet them.
Is that what happened
So
with the FEC? The FEC E7s you were doing?
I just could not get. I
Yeah.
got like 6 orders.
Yeah. I was one of them. I was all excited. I live in Florida.
Really? Oh,
I
yeah.
was I
No,
was all
I thought,
excited.
and it's something, I cheat a little bit. If it's something I really want, then I'm kind of like, well, maybe we'll be okay anyway. And my wife is a lot better at telling me, hey, you're kind of being a little too optimistic here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got 6 people that want this, and you're going to make 40 of them. And how many do you want personally? One? So that's 7?
Yeah. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's like the math doesn't work out. I
No.
mean, and then everything will sell eventually. It
Yeah.
just takes a long, long time
Yeah.
because they want to get paid,
They
and
do.
they ship you 40, they want to get paid for 40. So they're
And
not open to, how about if I pay you for 7 and catch up later? They're
and
not into that.
I
That
figured,
that
if
doesn't work.
you did that, we would have saw those FECs on the blowout sale email that you send out every day.
Yeah,
And
on the daily deal, that's my
yeah.
wife's thing. Yeah, she picks the daily deal targets based on what she sees a lot of. That
Okay.
or something that's really old. She ran into it at the store. She kind of helps the girls at the store. They like me to stay out of there. They like, we really don't need your help. So they go through and they'll pick stuff. Actually got a list from Katie at the store of what she wants to see on the daily deal for the next 10 weeks. They decide what they think we ought to put out there. And
Every
yeah,
day,
it would
every
get
day I
blown
look
out.
at that. I freak out a
That's
little
good.
bit. Yeah, because it comes in.
Well,
I
that's
get it every day.
very, yeah, we send that email out every day and it has a very, very high open rate. And it goes out at 3:00.
Yes, it
And
does
if we go
every
like
day.
the one yesterday, we only had one of each of those,
Yeah,
and she sold them all by 3:30.
because you guys
And it's
run
like, well,
on
maybe
a.
you don't need to mark them down so low. But
You guys were listing FA2s on there a lot, like for a couple
yeah,
days in
I've
a
got a
row.
bunch of those. Yeah, I got a little carried away. FA2s in general are not very popular. They're kind of like mallets. I mean, and I can't believe I did custom run mallets when I know that mallets are hard to sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, FA2s are not very popular. I don't know why.
So
Um,
you have the B&O FA2s that Lionel did. They weren't a custom run. And
no,
every day I open that email, I'm like, they're gonna be B&Os. I'm gonna be in big trouble. He's gonna get me today, and they haven't been on there. So,
let me write that down. I got to get you with the B&O FAs. I've got a couple sets left, I think.
well, see, I sent you a message on TikTok because you follow me on TikTok or your page follows me on TikTok. I don't know if it's you or not, but
It's
um,
probably me. Yeah.
I sent you a message. And I'm curious about the blue on those B&O FA2s if they got the blue right. You know, I know Lionel's had problems getting that B&O color right. And so I'm kind of curious. So hopefully I can see him before I buy him, kind of deal. Because I
Yeah.
saw him on your,
There's real pictures on the website.
and
That's a
that's what I
real
think.
picture.
I think that's what I asked
Yeah.
you is if the light on your layout makes it look any different, or if that's what they really look like. You know?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man.
I mean, I use pretty much when I take the pictures and stuff on the layout, even though I've got lights on in there, we're pretty much picking up sunlight through those
Okay.
windows.
Okay.
That's why I take pictures on that bridge
Yep.
over there, because they've got really good lighting there, and it's a nice scene anyway.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
not
get
bad.
really good sunlight there.
Yeah. Those B&Os with the sunburst. That's one of my favorite B&O paint schemes. So I know at some point somebody's going to get me, and I have a feeling it's going to be you because I think you
I
have
think it's
the
got to be.
bees.
It's got
I
to be. Yeah, I made a note.
maybe the Daily Deal will get it. They'll seal the deal.
That's right. And tell the boss. Get the FA2s of the Daily Deal.
Oh my gosh, that's
Boy,
good times.
those Lehigh in New England, I ran across this was a terrible thing. So all by myself, I ran across that the L&N had a power problem and they got some Lehigh in New England FA2s.
Okay,
And all they
it's a
did
great
was
paint
put
scheme.
Louisville and Nashville on it, left the paint scheme alone. I'd never seen that before. I got so excited about that paint scheme. And I know
Yeah.
the guy that was in charge of all the equipment at L&N. So I got a hold of him and said, "You guys really do this?" "Oh, yeah, yeah. We ran those. Yeah, we used them for inter op service between the
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Railroad and the Santa Fe. And they went back and forth hauling things. And yeah, they were great. You know, we used them for a long time. Well, why didn't you paint them? We were in a hurry. We had to get them on the road. We needed the power. We had to get them on the road. So I told him, slap some letters on there. Let's go.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did a custom run with those, and I'll probably have those the rest of my life. I mean, the Lehigh and New England guys don't like them. The L&N guys don't like them. And that's one of
I'll have to
those,
tell a buddy of mine. I got an L&N buddy. I'll have to tell him about those. He might be interested in
yeah,
those.
I think they're great. But
Yeah.
it's kind of a double whammy because it's an FA2, which
Hmm.
is not that popular, and it's an oddball paint scheme.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I might have to repaint those. I might have to send them to Harry and turn them into Pennsylvania or something. Put little antennas on them,
Yeah. The
on
Pincy
the
guys will
top.
love that.
Yeah, I still got them. I got a bunch of them over there. I see them every time I go to the warehouse.
Yeah.
My daughter's got a lot of those mistakes in one row at the warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I go over there, she wants me to kind of walk down that row. As long as you're here, just take a look at some of the stupid stuff you did. You know,
Uh, you can't get them all right. You know, you're gonna
can't
swing
get
and
them
miss
all right.
sometimes.
And some of the
Oh man.
stuff you get really right, you were too conservative on.
Yeah.
You told Lionel, okay, give me 45 instead of 40. And what you should have done is got 80,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I need five. Can I get 5 extra?
Yeah.
And yeah, I should have gotten a lot more than that. But
When you did that Santa Fe Super Chief set where you just did the engines by themselves,
yeah,
I'm
without the
pretty sure
cars.
you're gonna do
I
well on
did
those.
really well. I'm not sure they might. I'm gonna got one of my dogs in here. I'm not sure if I'm fully sold out, but I'm really close.
Yeah, I figured that.
And that was another suggestion somebody gave me
Yeah.
that said, "Hey, can you break it up? I don't want the cars. I just want the engines."
Yeah.
And I have 2 or 3 guys ask me that. I'm thinking, and I wasn't sure Lionel would let me do it. And they kind of milled about it and came back and said, "No, if you want them, we're good with it." You know.
I thought for
So
sure Lionel would have offered them as a single engines as well, but I don't know what their thought
no,
process
they
was
didn't.
over there.
No, they those big honking sets are very popular, and they try to put rolling stock in those you can only get in the set,
Right.
like the triplex set and
Big
so
boy
forth.
set. Yeah.
The big boy set, yeah,
Yeah.
and they're really nice sets.
Yeah.
And I think that was Bickford's idea to do that. I don't want to give him credit inappropriately, but I think he was the one that came up with that idea to
Yeah.
do those big honking sets.
I met him. He's a nice guy. I met him last year at
He's a swell guy.
Trains. Yeah.
Yeah, really swell guy. Yeah,
Um,
they're really good people. Sherry
when
Bird
I don't know him. I've only
to
met a
her,
couple of
sorry.
those.
Yeah. Sherry Bird's,
Oh, Sherry Bird. I thought you said Jerry Bird.
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, she's great.
So when you do these custom runs, do they ever give you pushback? Or they won't they tell you no?
Yeah.
Do they?
They'll usually if they tell me no, it's because they're gonna do it themselves later,
Ah, okay.
and they're
I
kinda
got you.
reserving it.
I got you.
So, I probably get told no on half of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not expect
So,
that.
yeah, there's a few things. There's some crazy licensing things with, like, Amtrak and, that get in the way sometimes,
Yep.
and that they have weird terms and conditions, like I gotta give the license holder one of the engines or, you know, so sometimes it gets little crazy with that.
Yeah.
Um, but normally when we're told no, that's because they're already planning it for future release. The other thing I think they really don't like to do custom runs on brand new tooling. They'd like to get that tooling grooved in first.
Okay.
And if they're going to have a problem, they don't want it to be on a custom run. And that's kind of across the board, really. I think all the manufacturers don't want to do custom runs on new tooling.
Okay.
And they've done a little bit. I know Beth Public Delivery Track did a couple low nose RS11s. I was surprised,
Yeah.
but I kind of held off. I've got some Lehigh Valleys we want to do, but we kind of held off to let them get the first one out and in production.
We got Pat at Pat's Trains to do a custom B&O, the Vision
Yep.
diesel, the
And
SD.
he's kind of into that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like me and the Monon. He's kind of got B&O cornered
Yeah,
and Santa
and
Fe Black Bonnet.
he does have the black bonnet corner. That's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
world.
I've thought about calling and just saying, "Hey, I want to do a black bonnet," just to kind of make everybody mad. They're like, "Well, you can't." And Clyde up at Stockyards kind of got nickel plate. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't do a nickel plate without getting an okay from Clyde. I'll
Right.
call Clyde first and say, "Are you okay if I do a nickel plate of this?" You know, because he's kind of got that. So I don't think I think they protect that a little bit. It's kind of unspoken, but I think
Yeah.
if another dealer went to them, well, who would be crazy enough to do Monon? But I think if another dealer went to them and said, "Hey, I want to do a Monon thing," I think they would go, "Nah, can't." You know,
So the
and
Monon,
roads, like Berwin and I do some of the same roads.
yeah. He does the ball reefers, the ball glass
Yeah,
reefers.
which is
Yeah.
in my net.
Yeah, it's in Indiana.
It's just down the road from me,
Yeah.
and he's got that, and he's doing it again.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So at least he'll sell me some. I get to have them for my layout, but yeah.
Another
Yeah.
custom run you pulled off last year, you redid the Cherryland Woodside
Yep.
reefers. First off, let me thank you. You saved me a bunch of money, Steve. A bunch
That's
of
right.
money, right?
There are some people mad at me about that.
I'm not one of them because I was like, I'm not paying
Oh,
$600 for these. These are
people that
stupid.
people that had them and were selling them were not happy with me. I had
Yeah.
a couple calls.
Is it
So
true that you had every Woodside reefer that Atlas made?
I do. There's 3 people that I know of in the United States that have them all, and I'm one.
I'm trying to get there, man. I'm a long ways from you, so I'm trying
It's
to get
it,
there.
it it's terrible. It's
It's
terrible.
stupid. It's a terrible addiction.
It is a
It's
terrible
bad.
addiction. But
It
God, they're
is.
beautiful.
They're fantastic cars. A little bit delicate, but they're fantastic cars.
Yeah,
And
they're exactly right. They're a little delicate.
yeah.
You don't want to drop one on the floor, that's for sure.
Do you know if Atlas is going to do them anymore in the future, or
Do
make
what
make
in the future?
make new Woodsides that they haven't done before?
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, they will. Oh, yeah, for sure. They're not gonna quit on that.
it's trouble.
No.
It's trouble to
Yeah,
be in.
no, they're gonna keep going. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
That all came about, that, I forgot the gentleman's name now. Shoot. That was, with the New York, model engineers. He got all the color plates,
okay.
um, with all the cars and basically loaned that to Jim Weaver when Weaver was at Atlas, and that's how they got going on this.
It's
So
crazy because the guy at York. I know when you used to go to York, you probably seen him. He has the big
yeah,
wall of them.
that's the guy.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
the
guy
guy.
we're talking about. I just
Yeah,
can't think of his name all of a sudden.
I can't either, but I'm
I
sure
know
I'll be
him.
in his
I know him
booth.
and his wife like They're relatives, and I can't think of it all of a sudden. So old age is hell.
It happens.
What kind of what reefers are you in addition to Cherryland, what do you love? What are the reefers you love?
I like all of the reefers that have like really cool graphics on them. Like not so much of the PFEs or anything like that. None of the
Yeah.
bland cars. I like the stuff that has nice graphics on it, cool advertising on it. The one I just saw the other day that I actually gave it away because I do a woodside reefer challenge on my YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I gave two reefers away to the winners of that, and it was one from Colorado, but there was a different graphic on each side of the car. I think it
Really?
was something about bacon. Yes, from Pueblo, Colorado. It's a newer car.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the Cherryland was the one that I've been after for a long time. Obviously, the Natty Bow has a lot of value to it for whatever
Oh,
reason.
sure.
I like
Well, and that
the later renditions of the Natty
yeah,
Bow
and
car. It looks cool
that
though.
was really driven, that gentleman that did the first time, and then, of course, that's got drug into the high railers.
Yeah, but there's just a lot of those cars. Like I recently got the sauerkraut car from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I looked for that
Yeah.
car for a long time. I thought for sure that I'd seen a pickle car, like where it was just pickles on the side, but maybe there isn't one because
No, there is one. I'll have to think of where it yeah, there is one.
I can't find
Um,
like a listing of all of them or anything with like
well,
pictures.
if you go to, Toy Train 1 website, he's got them all there with photographs.
Okay, okay,
Um, I think it's toytrain1.com.
write that down.
Yeah, if that's not it, send me a note and I'll look it up and send it to you. But he's a
Yeah,
really nice guy, and that's why I haven't done an inventory of them on our site because he's got one. So if I need, he doesn't like it when I link to his site, which I get. So, but if I've got to look one up, I go to his site
yeah.
and I can find him there. And I haven't looked for a long time. I hope he's still keeping that up. You know,
I when I started getting into them, I started with the beer and the cheese cars,
yeah.
and then it just kind of goes from there. Like you'll see a car at a train show, you're like, I don't have that one. Let me get that one. So now I think I'm up to like 50 or so now.
Here's
But
a question for you. See if you know this. So, if you think about the reefers that Atlas has made, they're all pretty much all of them say the city and state they're from, right?
yep,
So, what state do you think is mentioned the most across all the reefers? What state is named the most?
I think it's gonna be Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Illinois.
Is it Illinois? Okay,
Yeah. And then
okay,
second is Wisconsin.
yep,
And Indiana's in there somewhere.
yeah.
It's in the top 10 for sure. But I think it's Illinois. Illinois' got the most cars, and Wisconsin's second.
One of my favorite ones I have is actually the Howman Brewing.
Yeah.
That brewery's in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I actually got to go, like, to that brewery
Was that right?
outside. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see.
That's a pretty car. It's in gray, isn't it? It's a
I
gray
have it in
car.
I have 2 of them in yellow. I don't know if there's a gray
In
variant for
yellow.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there was a gray one. Maybe not.
The variants are the problem, because you can find one pretty easy, but to get all the different variants of it gets to be a bit of a
Yeah,
pain in the
you
ass.
gotta have that.
Well, that's awesome
Yeah,
that you
the
have them
Easy
all.
Push he did 3 new, reefers. They're a Pilsner thing, I forgot the names of them, but he just sent me one of each, so he knows I'd collect them all, so I got a box from him. "I know you want these, here you go." So I didn't even know he made them, and he sent
Uh,
it to me. I gotta send him a check.
if I ever make it
So
to, Atlanta, Indiana, I'm gonna have to stop by your shop just to see all your reefers,
please
man.
do. I
That's
don't have
pretty
them all out, amazingly, but I got most of them out.
Yeah. That's really cool. That is really cool. So, Steve, what's the future of Mr. Muffin Trains look like after you become fully retired, where they won't let you in the store
Fully
at all
retired.
anymore?
Well, I mean, we're gonna keep going. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I've got, a lot of family involved in this, and my daughter-in-law is the franchise. I've told my son on several occasions, if she gets rid of you, you're out of here. I'm keeping her. Uh, so so she kind of runs operations, and my family a couple years ago hired a young lady to be my handler, and her job is to make sure I don't screw up. And she's been basically learning, the marketing and all the kind of what I do on a daily basis,
Right.
and she's helps us in lots of ways. And then I've got a really strong social media manager that it helps us with all of our social media stuff. Not, she doesn't do it all, but because I still do some, but But I think, I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm 70, how old am I? 73. So,
Okay.
I'm probably going to live another 10 years, maybe. I don't know. And, but, I mean, we're going to, stay at this.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere. I mean, the business, we used to tease that, when we were in Carmel and we sold trains, if we sold $1,000 on a Saturday, we'd go out and have a really nice dinner.
Yeah.
If we sold $1,000 on a Saturday now, I'd have to commit suicide. I mean, $1,000 on a Saturday won't cut it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will not cover it. So, the business has gotten really big and, shocking to me, that, I'm a business guy by background, and, to see, kinda where we're at, is pretty amazing. And
Yeah.
it's really just we got really good people, and we got people that really care about what we're doing, and they've learned. I mean, I've got young ladies that never thought they would know anything about a train,
Right.
and and they do.
Yeah.
You can tell an SD from a GP, and, um, so, yeah, that's really good. And, my wife is the kiosk manager, so she keeps everybody moving, so
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to manage
somebody's gotta
all
do
the
it.
chaos.
Yeah, so, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll keep going, and, I think we average about 300 new customers a month. Every month, 300 people buy from us, never bought from us before.
300 a month?
A month, yeah.
That's pretty
Some
impressive.
months we do better than that. We average that. So last year we had almost 4,000 new customers last year bought from us for the first time. Um, and so yeah, when you're growing like that, that's really good. And so they're seeing us on social media or they're reading about us or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They come and visit the layout. We're open on Saturdays. We run trains for the public on Saturdays. We do a live broadcast at 2 o'clock for half an hour or so, run trains. I keep upgrading my cameras. It's terrible. I mean, the money I've spent on cameras.
I need to
Uh,
upgrade cameras. I'm afraid to because I know what it's going to cost. It's silly.
well, it's, we went to some, got a couple of, power tilt zoom, rotate cameras. And they are fantastic. And,
Yeah.
I got a few other new 4K cameras. But we have usually 6 cameras on the layout when we do a live broadcast. And that's really fun to do.
Yeah.
So we do that every Saturday. And then we do Wednesday night, we do a chat with the Muffins. Harry Heike, world famous model railroad artist Harry Heike, does a joint call with me every Wednesday night
Okay.
via Zoom and get a chance to see what Harry's working on in his workshop. And he teaches some techniques and stuff. And then Dr. Jack, who's got a beautiful layout in Nashville, incredible layout in Nashville. Dr. Jack and I have the last half of the hour and see what Dr. Jack's working on. And I talk a little bit about what's going on in the hobby and show a few things and so forth. But
Is
that's
Dr. Jack on
Wednesday
the
night.
is he on the OGR
What's that?
forum? Is Dr. Jack on the OGR forum?
No, he's not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
he's not a forum kind of guy. No.
I thought I might know him, but no, don't know him.
Yeah, he's incredible. If you ever get to Nashville, let me know because you want to go see his layout. So
Okay.
yeah, I just had Chris Keeler on Sedgwick Models was just down there to
Okay.
visit Jack and took him a couple of kits he's working on. And but yeah, if you go to Nashville, you want to see Dr. Jack's layout. If you go out on YouTube, there's a woman out there, a country western singer. She sang Midnight Train to Georgia. No, that's not it. The Illinois Central train song, whatever that's called. She did that performance at his layout.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's her name? What's that? City of New Orleans, right? Yeah, she's got so I got them to make a YouTube video and put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Her name is Rhonda Vincent.
Okay.
Rhonda Vincent. She's a country western star. And she filmed that music video at his layout. And which was kind of funny because he had to run the trains and stuff in the background for her, and he was sitting on a creepy crawly rolling around on the floor with his iPad. He had to stay below the camera.
Yeah.
It took him all day to film one song,
Oh, wow, that's
and he
crazy.
was exhausted. He called me and said, "Shit, I've been on the floor all day." And, but it's a really cute video, and I watch it again from time to time.
Yeah,
So, out on YouTube, Rhonda Vincent,
I will
and
check
that's
that
his
out.
layout. Incredible layout. I should tear mine down and start over. His blows mine away.
And you
So,
said, that's every Wednesday you do that?
Wednesday night, we do Chat with the Muffins at 7 o'clock Eastern.
Okay,
You can go to my website and just type in chat and you register for it. We'll
okay.
send you a link. It's not posted, it's a closed group.
Yeah,
And then Friday night, we do office hours at 6 o'clock and just try to answer questions, talk about what's new in the hobby, and answer questions for a half an hour or so.
absolutely.
And that's the most popular thing I do, believe it or not, that we get 150, 200 people on there on Friday, and then thousands of people look at it.
Yeah, that's cool,
Um,
man.
it's the thing we do that is of most interest to people.
Yeah,
So,
that is really cool. And then you do your live stream on
then do the live
Saturdays.
stream on
Yeah,
Saturday. Yep, 2 o'clock Eastern.
nice,
And
nice.
that'll do, we'll usually get 100, 150 people live, but that thing will have thousands of watches by Sunday night.
Yeah, yeah. Because I do a live stream as well on my YouTube channel every Sunday, Sunday night
What
at
time do
7.
you do it?
Sunday night at 7.
At
Um,
7. Okay.
yeah, I go for 3 hours, and it's just, I have guests join. I've had Mike Reagan, and I've
Oh,
had
that's
Bradley
great.
from MTH, and I've had some guys
Oh,
join and
yeah.
hang out.
Bradley's wonderful. God,
But
what a great guy.
I don't have any train
His
friends in
degree was
Florida.
a marine biologist. Did you know that? That's what his degree is in.
No, I did not know that. No,
Yeah, he's a marine biologist.
I did not
And
know that.
yeah, and then he married Mike's daughter,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden started asking questions about what are all these trains? What the hell is this? And he got sucked in.
it
So
happens. They will do
it
that to
happened.
you.
It's a wonderful thing because with him being there, Mike is interested in spending money on new tooling.
Yeah.
So, so I think we got a lot of great things we're going to see out of MTH. They've got a lot of projects they haven't announced. We're going to see some other cool stuff. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking
yeah,
forward
it's
to
going to
it.
be neat. Yeah. So I'm really glad Bradley's there.
I've picked up my MTH pre-ordering a little bit, so it's it used to just be
Yeah, you got to
Lionel,
do
but
that, or you can always, no harm, no foul. I'd rather
yeah,
have you get in line for it, and then if you decide you don't want it, fine. But
yeah.
that's a lot better than they finally ship and you say you want one and I can't get you one. You know,
So
so
so let's touch on that real quick, Steve. I've had guys tell me that like they've backed out on a pre-order from you, and then like they tell me they can't pre-order from you anymore. Like they're not allowed to. Is that accurate or?
no,
I
no.
didn't think so.
I mean, I mean, you know, there are people that we don't want to do business with,
Yeah.
but it's usually not for canceling pre-orders.
Right.
It's
Right.
for something more egregious than that.
Yeah.
And I try to be. I mean, I try to be a happy guy.
Yeah.
Happy-go-lucky guy. And if you're all cranky and yelling and screaming, and you think the world is coming to an end because your rubber tire fell off your steam engine or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I really don't. That's just I don't want you ruining my day.
Absolutely.
So it's like I don't like to do business with crabby people.
Yeah, it's
So
it's not fun. I can imagine.
it's not fun. And this is a hobby. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% supposed to be
And
fun.
so no, I don't. I've not whacked anybody for canceling pre-orders.
Okay. Yeah,
It doesn't cost me any money.
yeah,
I'm going
100%.
to sell it to somebody else.
Yes, some guy named Zach will buy the B&O
Yeah,
FA2s. It'll be fine.
yeah, it'll be fine. I'd rather have the thing for you when it gets here that you can have it.
Yeah. Hmm.
It was kind of, well, maybe I shouldn't get into it, but the Trump thing was another problem. Is the highest cancel rate on pre-orders in the free world was on Trump logoed merchandise. I mean, the
Really?
fallout rate was incredible. I mean, you had 80% of the pre-orders saying no, thank you. When the invoice came. I mean,
The,
incredible.
and see,
You know,
I have a Donald Trump SD70 Ace
yeah,
from Lionel, and with the Air Force One colors, beautiful. I have the same as the George Bush
beautiful.
paint scheme, and
Yeah,
I no problem with Trump. I'm a Trump guy, but like, I feel like a lot of stuff with the Trump stuff, it got so saturated, and then maybe some things he's done since he's been president may have attributed to
Yeah.
the cancellations, but there's
Well,
just
and maybe
everybody's putting
some of
Trump
them,
on everything.
yeah, maybe some of them weren't really trained people,
Yeah,
they were just ordering it because they wanted one,
yeah. It
but
was
but
had his
boy,
name on it,
I
whatever.
tell you, yeah, the fallout rate was incredible.
Yeah,
I had those diesels. I had hundreds of them
yeah.
that were sitting here waiting for a customer.
That's unfortunate, man, because like, that sucks that you get stuck with them that way, but,
Yeah.
part
Well,
of business, I
on
guess.
average, you do okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna. I mean, most pre-orders go through, so the hit rate's pretty good.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've said a few things tonight. I think I know how you'll answer this, but how do you feel? What's the state of the health of the hobby currently right now?
Well, I think it's just excellent. I mean, I
Yeah,
think um, you look at the recent sale of Lionel. Basically, I mean, brought in new money, additional money. I mean, some other outside investors not going to come in and you know capitalize Lionel if they didn't believe the growth was there, the opportunity was there. I think MTH is making as many trains as ever. I mean, it hasn't changed, it
yeah,
hasn't gotten any less. Atlas, I mean, they're much heavier in O now than they ever were,
yep,
and I think it's helping the whole company. It's broadening their base basically. So I think they're doing really good.
yeah.
I think quality's really good. Um, that's really important.
It's
Um,
very important.
yeah. So I think, I mean, there's a lot of new guys entering the hobby,
Yeah,
and they're older and they've got some disposable income. They've always liked trains. Um, they're building layouts for the first time. I mean, I've got uh, rich and famous guy that's building one now. I'm not going to mention his name, but
no,
he's never
that's
had
fine.
a
Yeah,
layout before and he's building one. So
nice.
that's good.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think it's great. I mean, we've never had as much product. And then look at what RMT's doing. I mean, 39.95 freight cars.
yeah,
I mean, these are not Atlas quality, okay, but
yeah,
they're still very good in their scale.
yeah.
The paint is very good. I mean, surprisingly good, you know.
Is it true
And
you shipped 1,200 in 1 week? Was that last week?
yeah, we by the end of that week we shipped 1,600 freight cars.
Oh my god, that's a lot of
Yeah,
freight cars.
it's a lot of freight cars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
incredible.
then the girls, they are sick of RMT. If he ever came here, they would kick his ass. I mean, it's there. I ran that buy 10, get 2 free,
Yeah,
thing. I just had this idea. I didn't want to discount them.
yeah,
They're already $40. I mean,
yeah.
you got to get a better price than $40.
That's a fair
Um,
price. It's a fair price.
oh yeah. Yeah, you got to get a better price than $40. I mean, give me a break,
Yeah,
So I don't want to discount them, but I started thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool if you buy, because they come 6 in a case, so you
mhm,
could get buy 10 get 2 free. That's 2 cases. It's
yeah,
easy to ship,
yeah. Easy for you. Just
and
put a label and
I,
go.
I did make a really bad mistake because I did not tell my daughter-in-law, and any of my handler. I just made this up on the spur of the moment and stuck it in the newsletter. And I really, that was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Bad, bad muffin. Did not tell him, And
Oh,
I went
man.
in the warehouse the other day and said, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's extend this sale." You won't believe what they said to me. So yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic, man. That is
it's
fantastic.
it's just a lot of fun.
It
So
seems like you have a lot of fun
yeah,
just
I
hanging
do.
out.
I have a
Yeah,
great time. Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Okay, I'm a little
I have a
jealous of
great
that.
time.
So I know you don't go to York anymore, and we won't get into that.
Yeah,
That's neither here nor there. But we will talk.
they're bad.
Let's
Terrible.
talk about this T-shirt, Steve. Let's talk about this T-shirt deal you're doing.
Well, just get me in trouble. So, I kind of, some of my folks are like, well, we need to have a presence at York, whether we're there or not. So they designed a T-shirt that's got my caricature of me on the front of it that says, "Buy more trains."
Okay.
Mr. Muffin wants you to buy more trains. So the idea is, if you buy one of those T-shirts and you take it to York and you wear it at York in the Orange Hall, get your picture taken with one of the reputable vendors there. I've got a lot of friends there.
Right.
And go to JT Megasteam, go to trainlayouts.com, Bob's Trains for You, Brian Inch's display, the J&W Electronics people. I got a lot of friends there.
Right.
So go get a picture of you with that shirt on at York and let me publish it. I can put it on social media. Send it to me. I'll give you $100 gift certificate.
It's fantastic.
That was the offer. And so far I've had, I don't know, 30 people buy a shirt, and I just restocked the shirts because the girls said they were running low. So if you want to do that, go to York, wear my shirt. Oh, I'm going to have to take another call in a minute.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let me see. I know he's calling me. I had a conference call at 7 o'clock. I'll call him in a second.
Right.
But wear my shirt at York. I'll still be present, and I'll send you $100 muffin gift certificate. That was the idea. It may not be a good idea. It may be a bad idea.
That's awesome.
I don't know. But anyway, we did it. So
that's fantastic, Steve. Well, I know you got a phone call. You got other things to do here. It's 7 now.
All right.
So.
Well, we'll let you go. Hey, thanks for chatting with me.
Absolutely, Steve. I
appreciate
appreciate you.
I didn't see any way this could go more than 20 minutes. So.
Well, see, I knew when you said that, I'm like, okay, we'll go with that. But hopefully we can do it again sometime in the future.
Let's do it again. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll come in on one of your Sunday night things.
Yeah, come just jump in, chat.
See what you're doing. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Absolutely, man.
All right.
I appreciate you,
thanks
Steve.
for including me.
Absolutely, anytime, man.
All right, take care, will you?
Yes, sir. See ya.
Don't forget, buy one more train.
Buy one more train. Mr. Muffin needs you to buy trains.
Buy train. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Zach, Joker's Trains. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on all the socials as Joker's Trains. Look me up and hit up my merch store. Get a podcast shirt to help support the cause. Go to Mr. Muffin's website. Get a shirt. Wear it to York. Make $100.
Yeah, there you go.
Pre-order something. Pre-order some Trinities from him or something.
Yeah, get some train.
All right. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Absolutely. See ya.
Okay.